We're going to solve. So the first thing we're going to do is our goal is to isolate sine of x. So I have 2 sine x equals rad 3. Divide both sides by 2. And I'm looking for, on the unit circle, where is the sine of x rad 3 over 2? So when I go to my unit circle, I know it has to happen in quadrant 1. Remember, it goes cosine sine. So at pi thirds, I also know in quadrant 2, sine is positive. So I'm going to say the other answer is 2 pi thirds. Now, when you check this, make sure your denominator is consistent. Next problem, I have 2 terms, so I'm going to factor. If I factor out a cosine of x, I'm left with a sine of x minus 2 equals 0. I'm going to set each factor equal to 0 and solve. The sine of x equals 2. The unit circle is in between 0 or negative 1 and 1. Therefore, that doesn't have a solution. Next, where is cosine 0? Cosine is 0 at pi halves and at 3 pi halves. Next problem, I'm going to factor. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply a times c, so I have negative 2. My factors of negative 2 are 1 and 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this into negative 2 sine x and positive 1 sine x. Because when I combine that, I get a negative sine x. And I'll bring everything else down. I'm going to factor by grouping. So I'm going to factor out a 2 sine x. When I do that, I'm left with a sine x minus 1. Here I have nothing to factor out, so I'll factor out a plus 1, and I'm left with a sine x minus 1. Next, what do I have in common? Well, I have a sine x minus 1, and left over I have a 2 sine x plus 1. So I'm going to set each one of those equal to 0 and solve. So I'm looking for where is the sine of x that equals 1. So I'm looking on the unit circle, it goes cosine sine, so at pi halves, it's 1. And then where is sine x equal to negative 1 half? So sine is negative in quadrants 3 and 4. So I'm going to have 7 pi 6 and 11 pi 6. So there's my 3 answers.